guys, it's April, and it's time for me to give my favorite books that I read in 2018. And guys, I am excited about some of these books. Because it is the end of 2018, I thought, why not pick my top 8 books? The first book I want to mention is From a Certain Point of View. This is a short story bind up of a whole bunch of different authors that I truly love, all centered around Star Wars. And so this book just stole my heart. I loved it so much because it just takes a different look at the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, and it gives you some of the background characters and what they were thinking as everything was going down. And I like it. I like it a lot. The next book I want to mention is The Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. This is the story of Lady Trent as she starts her journey into studying dragons. Of course, this is a field of study that isn't traditionally pursued by women. So she's constantly butting heads with a lot of people and in hopes to furthering her study, meeting dragons, and all of those fun little side quests. And I really like it. Plus, the pictures are absolutely amazing. And then the next book that I was so excited that came out in 2018 is Tempest and Slaughter by Tamara Pierce. This is the first book in the Numar Chronicles, and Numar is one of my all-time favorite characters in Tamara Pierce's Tortall universe. I love him, and so getting to see young Numar as he grows up and becomes the man that I truly fall in love with, this is brilliant and I love it. I have a full review if you want to check that out. I will leave the information down below and up above in case you're interested. I highly recommend that you do. I'm excited for more in the series. I need it. I need it now. I can't do this list without mentioning Before the Devil Breaks You. This series by Loba Bray has been so amazing so far. It has that eerie quality that I really truly love, set in the 1920s around a whole bunch of teenagers who just are a complete mess, which I also love. It brings in the supernatural, it brings in the drama, it brings in that eerie suspense that I love, and it's just a journey and a half. And I love this book. Girl in Tower by Catherine Arden is such an amazing read. This whole Winter Night series has just blown me away so far. Arden writes this world and these characters reminds me so much of Juliet Merlier, which is probably why I like this series so much. But everything of hers is set in old Russia with all of the folklore and all of the mythologies woven in as well. And then you have this very strong female character who is just trying to be herself. It is good. I highly recommend the series. If you haven't picked it up, I'm looking forward to the next in the series because yes. And of course, I have 2 Brandon Sanderson books on this list because I am just ridiculously in love with Brandon Sanderson's writing, so I apologize for nothing. And the first one I want to mention is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This is his new YA series centered around Spensa, who just wants to become a pilot, but because of her father's past, she has to struggle over several barriers to entry to become this pilot. And in the process, she learns that there might be more going on to everything in her life than she originally anticipated. I really enjoyed this first read. I'm interested to see where Brandon Sanderson takes the rest of the series because there are some things, as always, that are going on that I need to know. And then of course, I also read Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson and truly enjoyed this big honkin' stinking book. This is the latest in the Stormlight archives where you've got Shard Blaze and Shard Plates. You have one of my all-time favorite characters, Lift. She is absolutely amazing. If you haven't read this series yet, I highly recommend you do just because of the character Lift. She is the reason I keep on reading more of this because it is just absolutely amazing and I love it. And last but not least, I wanted to mention Sand by Hugh Howey. I finally picked up this book. I've had it on my shelf for so long and I don't know why I was avoiding it, but I really enjoyed it. It is set on a world that is completely covered in sand. People have created devices in which they can go down into the sand and salvage things underneath from the old world and then use them in their current state. Hugh Howey can write dystopian in a way that I just love. And so this was right up my alley. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. I have a full review in case you're interested. So those were my top 8 reads of 2018. I'm excited to see what 2019 brings, and I will probably have a top 9 list if I continue on the theme that I have right now. So look forward to that at the end of next year, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.